Hey guys, happy Sunday. Today is July the 20th. It is about 6:45 in the evening. I'm out on my back patio. It's been a pretty warm day, but I'm in front of my cooler again, so it's not too bad out here. It's been kind of a long day today. Got up pretty early, went to church, and it was a nice church service. Our new pastor spoke, and it was an excellent service. Then after this afternoon at 3 p.m., we had a celebration of life from a good friend of mine. His name was also Dave. Dave Meeks was his name. He was 67 years old, and he passed away a couple weeks ago. He'd had pretty poor health for the last several years. He's been on dialysis and all sorts of health issues. But he passed, and my wife and I were able to go to his house and talk to his wife and see him for a little while. A couple days before he passed away, he was there in a hospital bed, and wasn't real responsive, but he did do a couple things to acknowledge us, which was nice. But went to his celebration of life today, his service, and it always makes you think about it. Of course, anytime you go to someone's basically funeral service, you think about that. And he was 67, so only 5 years older than I am right now. And I've known Dave probably for close to 40 years. He had dated a friend of ours from church, a lady named Sandy, and she was in the youth group, and she was about 4 years older than I was, but I was friends with her, kind of in high school. She was probably out of high school by that time, but anyway, she dated Dave, and they got married, and we were at the wedding. The whole church went, but Dave's just been a nice guy, just always in a good mood. I used to help Dave a lot. He had what they call the kitchen ministry, and Dave was in charge of a lot of the dinners that they prepared at church, a lot of the ladies' teas, things like that, Vacation Bible School dinners, and I was always recruited to help Dave. He always enjoyed having me in the kitchen with him. We got along really well, and we had a lot of good times together, a lot of fun. I knew he'd been sick for a long time, but for some reason you just don't think someone's going to pass away. It's like my mom, she'd get sick, she'd go to the hospital, she'd come back home, and but there's always that final time where they get sick and they don't recuperate, they don't pull through. And again, just a reminder to spend time with those you care about, and try to take advantage of that time. I guess today, sitting during the service, they played a couple songs, and apparently he was a big Beach Boys fan, and I never knew that. And I've always really liked the Beach Boys. From the time I was a kid, they've always represented something to me, kind of growing up with that music. But I didn't realize that he liked them so much. I thought, man, what a lot of missed opportunities. We could have talked about the Beach Boys and compared notes and experiences and all that, but I didn't even know that until today, and it's too late now. I can't discuss with him our mutual admiration for the old Beach Boys when they were a big thing in the 60s, a little before my time, but I knew about them from the time I was a kid. And just a reminder to never take for granted the time that you spend with those people that you care about. Of course, as you get older, you begin knowing more people on the other side than you do here. So many of the people that I grew up with are gone now. Even people my own age. Just about a week ago, there was a girl who I grew up with in school, went to school with her at least, and she came to my school when I was in 6th grade, and all the boys, kind of had a crush on her. But she just passed away after struggling with cancer for like 15 years. I had no idea of that either, Not that I would have been able to do anything, but it's just weird when you see someone that's passed away that you just, they're close to your own age. It really hits home, makes you think about life and how you should cherish each moment with your loved ones, family, and friends. because this lighter's out of juice. Luckily I have a backup. This pipe is probably about spent too, because I lit it this morning, smoked it for a while, and now I'm finishing it off. Well, anyway, just thought I'd get in here for a few minutes and talk to you guys. Hope you all have a good week, and that spend time with family and friends. Never take for granted that people are going to be around forever, because none of us will. None of us will. But until I talk to you guys again, God bless y'all. I'll talk to you soon.